Hey, hier sind wir, hier bin ich und hier seid ihr. Herzlich willkommen. Welcome to my second German language class. Here I am. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I really hope this is working. Let me just check. We got a new subscriber up there, and it is Arturo. Hello, Arturo. And Hua Chen Yu Fangirl is still in the lead with her $10 donation. That was absolutely amazing. I did not see that coming. And then the very next day, I got a PayPal donation from my friend Tatiana. And Tatiana, if you're watching this, thanks again. It really means the world to me. That's just amazing. If you want to appear on screen, you can basically donate using the link in the description. Let me just check if I posted the link in the description. That would be amazing if I actually did that. Because if I didn't, yeah, shut up. If I didn't, that would be, yes, it is there. Okay, okay. Well, what you see here, people, is the next exercise I want to talk about. However, I got a request, a question from my friend Ash. And yes, it is in my notes right here. Last time I told you about the difference between do and sie. In English, you only have you. Whether it is in informal situations or formal situations, it doesn't matter. But in German, you usually say in formal situations, you use sie if you're talking to a person. And it doesn't matter how many there are. You always say sie. And I told you that in informal settings, you would say du for one person. That's the you for one person. And ihr, that's the you for more than one person. Now, Ash had some questions because she was not really sure how to use do and see. What exactly is an informal setting? What exactly is a formal setting? So, if you meet someone new, if that person is in your age group, you know, it depends on so many factors. It actually depends on the way that person present themselves to you. Because you don't usually always say sie if you meet a new person, you know? You would, of course, you would say du if you're talking to people you know, people you are friends with, family members, you know, you would always say du. But also if you meet someone younger, usually you say du if you meet someone really young, as like a child or a young teenager or a young adult, and you're in your 30s, you would not actually call them sie if you meet them, you know? However, the setting is important as well. If that person is really reserved and is maybe a person of authority, you would say sie. But if that person is really open-minded and really friendly, you would also say du if you meet them for the first time. So I guess you have to watch a lot of shows with German subtitles maybe, because the situations vary a lot. You can't really tell when to say what was that? Did someone just subscribe? I'm waiting for the notification because it has a lag, you know, it's a bit lagging. Oh yes, Pedro Lopez Batista has subscribed. Welcome, Pedro. All right. I hope I could explain it a bit better this time because I think the rules for C are quite simple. It is for persons of authority, maybe your boss or someone you meet at work and you don't know that person. But if it's a colleague, you know, usually many firms, they just say do right away if you're working together, you know. You don't have to address them with C, you know. C is always like meeting an owner of a shop, you know? You don't really know that person, but you want to be friendly. You want to be respectful. You say C. And it really depends on how close you get to a person, whether you can say do. First of all, you would say C for a shop owner or a clerk or someone who brings you the food at the restaurant or your coffee at a coffee shop, you know? You would say C. It is really a bit complicated, but I hope I can give you some idea when to say do and when to say C. You would not call your boss do, and you would not call your mother C. You know, that's the most basic thing. All right, if this is not clear enough, please tell me. You can write it in the live chat, you can write questions down below in the comments, you can message me on Facebook, I don't care. You can do all kinds of stuff to reach out to me. And I will definitely try to explain it a bit better in the next episode. Well, people seem to like that first episode of my German classroom, and this is the second edition, so let's not waste any more time and jump right in. Yes, let's just review. Last time I showed you the different forms of the German verb. For example, the verb write would be in German schreiben. That is the equivalent to write. Then we have ich, which is I, du, which is the informal you. We have er, sie, and es, which is he, she, and it. They all have the same form. Like in English, you only have a special form. In this case, you would say with an S. He writes, you know, he, she, it writes. All right. Then we have we, which is wir. We have you, the plural you, the informal plural you, which you see here. It is ihr, which is the informal you for more than one person. And in the end you have sie, which means they, and you also have the formal you, which is called sie with a capital S. Now all of these have a different verb form. And what you need to do. In German we have regular verbs and we have irregular verbs. You have that in English as well. Write would be a regular verb. I write, you write, he, she, it writes, we write, you write, they write. An irregular verb in English would be to be, because you don't say I be, you be, you say I am, you are, he, she, it is. You know, that is really irregular. Against the rule, basically. This is the regular verb form. You use only this part and you delete the en, and that stays the same. That stays the same for all of the verb forms, if it's a regular verb. Verbs can be regular, verbs can be irregular, you have to learn them. There are a lot of verb lists on the internet. Look for irregular verbs and learn those. But for the rest that are not on those lists, you can always use this formation. For example, ich always, in the regular sense, I'm going to write that here because I don't want to say it all of the time. This is the regular verb form. Ich demands an I. All right? Du demands an ST. Also ich schreibe, du schreibst. Ich schreibe, du schreibst. He, she, it, er, sie, es demands the T. Er, sie, es schreibt. Wir and sie is really easy because it's basically the infinitive. It's basically the basic verb form again. It is with the en. Like the basic verb form here. Wir schreiben, sie schreiben. And the plural you for more than one person in an informal setting would be with a T. Ihr schreibt. So it's the same like he, she, it. The same as he, she, it. Let's go through these again because that is basically what you need all of the time. Regular verb forms. Ich schreibe. Du schreibst. Er, sie, es schreibt. Wir schreiben. Ihr schreibt. Sie schreiben. Now, for example, you could say er schreibt. Oh, I don't want the please, yes, in black. Er schreibt einen Brief, which basically translates to he writes a letter. This is a statement, of course. But you could also form a yes-no question. And transforming this sentence into a yes-no question is really simple because you have to put the verb form first. So you would say, schreibt er einen Brief? Question mark, which translates to, does he write a letter? You know? And then you have a yes-no question. Or in German, ja, nein, Frage. Frage is question, ja, yes, nein, no. Of course. You all know that. You should know that. Oh yes, before I forget it, my friend Kiku told me that you all have to know at least the word Bratwurst. I think that is quite essential, you know? Bratwurst is definitely essential. Also, Sauerkraut, of course, and Brezel. You know, all those good things. Bratwurst, Sauerkraut, Brezel. And you know German. Just like that. 100 points for you. Go to Germany and just order a Bratwurst with Sauerkraut and order a Brezel to go. I don't know. You know, and this is actually the correct way to write these words. I think that, I don't know, do you write it like this? In English? I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure that the English spelling is like this for pretzel, but actually it is like this. Alright? So this is write out. You can write that in your foreign lands, but not in Germany. Nobody would know what a pretzel is if you write it like that. Alright, that's all for this. All for this. That is not correct English. That's all regarding that question. Alright. This is now basic yes-no questions. Alright? So I just told you, just put the verb form first. These are the verb forms, and now we have this task. Schreiben Sie Ja-Nein-Fragen, which means write yes-no questions. And there you see the Sie, you know, because they address everyone. They don't know who they are talking to, so they use the respectful Sie for you. Now, these two are talking to each other. Eleni heißen du. We need to form a sentence, a yes-no question with these words. Eleni, the verb is heißen and du. Heißen is the verb, and now we have to check the verb form for du, which is with the st. Heißen is a bit different because you would not write it like this. You only need this. I'm sorry, it is written like this. So you throw the s out because I just told you you need st at the end of the verb for do. Not all of the time, because this thingy, I think I showed it to you last time, this is called a sharp S, or in German a scharfes S. It is an S sound in its own right, so you don't need the additional S. That's just the form for du heißt. Not du hast, that's another Rammstein song. Alright, Eleni heißen du. The verb has to come first if we have a yes-no question. Then we have the subject, heißt du Eleni? Are you called? Is your name Eleni? Heißen is to be called. Ich heiße Erik. My name is Eric. I'm sorry, I hit the camera. Aus Spanien, from Spain, kommen, come, du, you. Again, kommen is the verb. You need to erase the en and then put st for du. Kommst du aus Spanien? Maybe you can guess what this means. It basically means, are you from Spain? Do you come from Spain? Deutsch sprechen Sie. Sprechen is the German word for speak. So Deutsch, German, sprechen, speak. Sie is the formal you. Now the formal you, as I told you, needs the en at the end of the verb. So basically we don't have to change anything about the verb. We have to write sprechen Sie Deutsch. Do you speak German? In München wohnen Sie. In Munich live you. Wohnen means to live. Where do you live? You know? So, wohnen Sie in München? Do you live in Munich? Bei Facebook sein du. You want to ask, are you on Facebook? Sein means to be. And I'm pretty sure I showed the forms of to be last time. I'm gonna review it just quickly. Ich bin, du bist, sie, es ist, wir sind, ihr seid, sie sind. I am, ich bin. You are, du bist. Sie, es ist, he, she, it is. Wir sind, we are. Ihr seid, you are, more than one person. Sie sind, they are, or you are if it's a formal setting. Now, we have this question. So we have du. Du needs bist. Bist, now the subject, du bei Facebook. Are you on Facebook? Skype haben Sie. Haben, again, the forms. Ich habe, du hast. Du hast mich gefragt. Und ich habe Nein gesagt. Sie, es hat. Wir haben. Ihr habt. Sie haben. Alright, now you see, du hast. And of course we have to... No, this one is formal. Sie. Haben. Haben. Haben Sie Skype? Do you have Skype? Now let's read it all again as I always do. Heißt du Eleni? Is your name Eleni? Kommst du aus Spanien? Are you from Spain? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Do you speak German? Wohnen Sie in München? Do you live in Munich? Bist du bei Facebook? Are you on Facebook? Haben Sie Skype? Do you have Skype? So it should be right. Yes. I'm sorry, I just clicked the wrong thingy. If you don't hear me and if there are some transmission problems, always tell me. You know, you can always message me in the chat. Now, moving on. No, this was our last task. Now, moving on to... Oh my god. How should I do that? Markieren Sie die Sprachen. Oh, okay. So we have these names and basically we have to guess what they speak. So we have Pablo spricht, Katrin und Dana sprechen. Pablo speaks, Katrin and Dana speak. Evdokia and Kiro speak. They all learn. Pablo doesn't speak, blah blah blah. Who speaks? Tianxiu speaks. He comes from Paris and speaks. Alright, so basically we have to search for the languages. Let's see. I see Spanish. Spanish. The German word for Spanish is quite similar. Usually, if you have something like this, the sh sound. In German, the sh sound demands the C in the middle. So this is basically the same sound. This one in German, this one in English. Sh. Now, moving on. I see Spanish. Spanish. Alright, Pablo is a Spanish name. Pablo speaks Spanish. Now, here in the next column we have, in the next line we have French. French is really difficult in German because it is Französisch. Kommt aus Paris und spricht Französisch. He comes from Paris and speaks French. Französisch means French. Next line, we already have the next language. We have Portuguese. This is quite similar. It is Portugiesisch. Portugiesisch. Pablo spricht aber nicht Portugiesisch. So Pablo speaks Spanish, but he does not speak Portugiesisch. Now, there is another one. Chinese. Chinesisch. Yes, Tianxiu speaks Chinese, Chinesisch. Polnisch, which is basically Polish. Polnisch, Katrin und Dana sprechen Polnisch. Katrin and Dana speak Polish. Now, Evdokia, that sounds Greek. Greek in German is Griechisch. Oh, sorry, that was too much. Griechisch. Griechisch. And there we have English. And again, you see that at the end here? You just have to put the additional C in there, you know? English, English. The sh in German is SCH, not only SH. Alright, and they all, of course, learn Deutsch. Like we do. We all learn German. Alright, that should be it. Moving on. Deutsch, German, Spanisch, Spanish, Französisch, French, Portugiesisch, Portuguese. Chinesisch, Chinese. Polnisch, Polish. Griechisch, Greek. English, English. Yeah, I'm finished, right? I think so. What is the last question? What is the last task? All right, we have to choose the correct verbs. Now, yeah, you always have 4 guesses. And of course, people, this is the moment where you have to do something. If you are live, you can basically write your answer in the chat right now. I don't think there is anyone watching who is writing anything. Yeah, there are 2 people watching right now. All right, people, if you know the answer, type it into the live chat right now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna show you the options, and now you have to decide what is the correct verb and what is the correct verb form. Im Deutschkurs, 14 Leute. In our German course, 14 people. Think about it for a second, and if you want, you can type it in the live chat if you think you got the right answer. Hello there, Themis. Well, you should tune in. You should watch the first edition of my German class and watch this until the end. And you can re-watch the first half hour. I'm sorry, I should learn to speak myself. And then maybe you know. I hope you know then. Anybody else? Want to try? So basically we have 14 people. You would say there are 14 people. So the correct verb form of to be for plural they is sind. Im Deutschkurs sind 14 Leute. There are 14 people in our German course. 2 Leute aus Spanien. 2 people from Spain. Do you remember the correct verb form? Do you remember the correct verb? Basically, you need the verb for to be from, you know? 2 people are from Spain. Which is the correct verb form? What do you think? You can always guess. It doesn't matter. Think about it for a second. If you're re-watching this, think about it at home. Take little notes, you know. Taking notes is always a good thing if you're learning a language. Themis! You actually got it right, man. Holy hell. It's correct. 2 Leute kommen aus Spanien. 2 people are from Spain. So you would say in German it's like 2 people come from Spain. So yes, kommen. Kommen is the plural form of to come. Sie kommen aus Spanien. They come from Spain. Perfect. 100 points to you, Themis. Camila, 24 Jahre alt. Haben, hat, ist, sind. Camila is 24 years old. Which is the correct verb? Right again, Themis. Absolutely amazing. Camila ist 24 Jahre alt. Camila is 24 years old. Marek, Ingenieur von Beruf. Now, I don't know if you remember this. Did we have that? I'm not sure. Because this basically means that Marek works as a scientist. Now, what do you think? Arbeitet, ist, hat oder sind? Yes, I have to fix that delay problem. That is always really annoying if that happens. In some of my streams it really doesn't matter, because and then I just leave it like this because it increases the quality. However, in this, of course, we need to interact. You're right, Themis. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I will deal with that problem for the next stream. Actually, I'm gonna write it down. I hope you don't mind for this stream. I hope it's not too bad. Yeah, I should have thought about that, but today was crazy, people. I tried to record so much stuff, but in the end I ended up recording absolutely nothing because there were so many technical problems. Okay, so you would say Marek ist Ingenieur von Beruf, and basically this is not something you could translate literally. For example, Erik ist Lehrer von Beruf. Eric is no, but wait a second, Themis. I was waiting for those answers deliberately. What matters to me is if I type something and I talk at the same time, is that delayed? You know, because I was waiting deliberately for the answers. But you are saying there's way too much delay. Yeah, all right. I know what you mean, because I'm reading the live chat in real time. And yeah, all right, I get it. Okay, so I will fix that. Okay, at least that is fine. If I react to you, then of course we have to do it with much less delay. Okay, Erik ist Lehrer von Beruf, which basically literally translates to Erik is teacher of job. As you can see, you cannot translate it. It basically means that Erik works as a teacher. You could also translate that. Literal translation of Erik works as a teacher is Erik arbeitet als Lehrer. So, Erik arbeitet als Lehrer. That is the quite literal translation of Erik works as a teacher, but you can also say this. Erik ist Lehrer von Beruf. That's a bit more complicated, but this is another way of saying it. So Marek ist Ingenieur von Beruf, or Marek arbeitet als Ingenieur. Marek works as a scientist. Die Lehrerin haben, hat, heißen oder heißt Anne. Gonna wait a few seconds. Yes, that's the problem, Themis, that you are gonna see your messages too late. That's fine, I will fix that. Now, die Lehrerin haben, hat, heißen oder heißt Anne. What do you think? Correct answer is heißt. The teacher is called Anne. Anne, Deutsche. Anne, German. Ist, kommt, sind, or spricht. Think about it for a second and then I'm going to give you the answer. You can always guess. Correct answer is ist. Anne is German. Anne ist Deutsche. Now, you might be confused because it says Deutsch here and Deutsche here. Basically, Deutsche means it's a German woman. Die Deutsche is a German woman. Alright? If you say der Deutsche, it is a German man. So, also, if you say Anne ist Deutsche, it means Anne is German, a German woman. But if you say Peter ist Deutscher, you have to put this R in the end. This basically means that Peter is German, but it's a German man. Alright? So if you write it like this, Anne is German, Anne ist Deutsche, Peter is German, Peter is Deutscher. Alright? If I'm going too fast, you can always rewatch anything I say, and you can always send me messages and questions, and I will definitely talk about them in the next episode. Sie, Deutsch, Russisch, Englisch und Spanisch. So it's she, Anne, German, Russian, English and Spanish. What is the correct verb? What do you think? Try to remember the correct verb forms. We just had that verb. Correct verb and word. I just mixed those together and pronounced it like word. Correct verb would be sie spricht. She speaks. Sie spricht Deutsch, Russisch, Englisch und Spanisch. Alright? And there you can already see this is an irregular verb. You know? Because the verb is sprechen. I'm sorry. Sprechen means to speak. Now, this is perfectly fine. You know, this is regular. Ich spreche. But the forms for you and he, she, it are not regular, you know? And if verbs are irregular, it's mostly those forms that differ from the rest. It's mostly du, er, sie, and es that differ from the rest, that are irregular. Alright? So basically, ich spreche, I speak, but now the vowel changes. The E changes to an I. Not du sprechst, but du sprichst. Not he, she, it, not er, sie, es, sprecht. This would be regular, but er, sie, es, spricht. So sometimes you get that. The next forms are totally regular. Wir sprechen, ihr sprecht, sie sprechen. Totally regular. Only these forms are irregular. Alright? Because you have the vowel change. It's not always a vowel change that makes these forms irregular, but we will see so many verbs in this course. We will come to it when we come to it, basically. So yeah, moving back. Sie hat, heißt, ist, sprechen, toll. Toll is another word for awesome. Toll is super awesome. What's the correct verb? The correct verb is she is awesome, sie ist toll. So I really hope I got all the points. Yes, I did. So let's just review it. Im Deutschkurs sind 14 Leute. There are 14 people in our German course. 2 Leute kommen aus Spanien. 2 people are from Spain. Camila ist 24 Jahre alt. Camilla is 24 years old. Marek ist Ingenieur von Beruf. We have some French words in German as well. I'm sorry. Marek is a scientist. He works as a scientist. I don't know, is scientist the correct verb, the correct word for Ingenieur? I'm not sure. I will have to check that. Die Lehrerin heißt Anne. The teacher is called Anne. Anne ist Deutsche. Anne is German. Sie spricht Deutsch, Russisch, Englisch und Spanisch. She speaks German, Russian, English and Spanish. That's cool. And therefore, sie ist toll. She is awesome. All right. We got some time left to start chapter 3. Übung 1. Oh my god. Yes. I hate these. I hate these. Sometimes I mess these up as well. So basically what you have to do, you see it right here. You have Buchstabensalat, which basically translates to letter salad. I am pretty sure you don't call it like that, but this is a letter salad because all the letters are mixed together, you know, and thrown around. And we have to organize the letters to form a correct word. Now, probably don't know all of these words, but we're gonna learn them together. First, I have to get it. It's really embarrassing when I do my German classes and these are really easy letter salads, you know? And sometimes I have to think about them. And my students, they look at me like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? You're embarrassing yourself. So basically everything here you can see here, I think. I hope. I hope. Die Tasse. Die Tasse means the cup. Die Tasse is the cup. I'm pretty sure this is der Bleistift. Der Bleistift means the pencil. Next one. Die Brille is this. Die Brille, the glasses. What is that? Das. What the hell is that? All right. Das Handy. And now this is really interesting because sometimes we borrow words from other languages, such as English, and we use them in another way. In English, the word handy would not mean the same as in German. We say das Handy, but it actually means the mobile phone. I'm sorry, I'm typing nonsense. Das Handy in German is the mobile phone because it is handy to talk into a mobile phone. Something like that. I don't know where it came from. And I'm sorry that you have to learn these irregularities as well. But in German we use the word handy as a noun for mobile phone. Das Heft. Now, how do I translate that? Das Heft. Oh my god. I actually can't think of the English noun. It is basically, I will show you. It's this. The thing that he writes in. What is it called in English? If you know the word, type it in the comments. Or in the live chat, for that matter. Because I absolutely can't think of the name for this thingy. The green thing, you know what I mean, right? Where he writes his a notebook, basically, but it is bigger than a notebook. And it is not really a book. So yeah, I'm at a loss. How do I call this thing? I don't know why. I don't know it. I have never used that word. All right, doesn't matter. Next thing I know, it is der Kuli. This is interesting as well because it is an abbreviation. It's a short version of a larger noun. Der Kuli is a short version of der Kugelschreiber. Der Kugelschreiber. And it basically is a... Is it a ruler? No, it's not a ruler. It's not a pen either. It's a biro, right? Is it biro? I think. I will show you on the... Yeah, this is a pencil. Of course, there is no biro here. You know what I mean. It's not a pen, it's not with ink, it's not a pencil, it's Kugelschreiber, it's a biro. I think that biro is the correct word. I'm sorry. We're not learning English here, we're learning German, damn it. But I'm still sorry for not knowing the word. Die Lampe, I think, which is pretty straightforward. Die Lampe is the lamp. So this pink. Why do you have this pink lamp? Oh my god. Somehow this pink irritates me. Der Laptop. So yeah, we use English words as well. Laptop, of course, notebook. We say der Laptop. What is this? Yes, I know. It is this thing. Die Schere, which means the scissors. And what the hell is Böschwerut? Böschwerut. That sounds like an orcish name or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Böschwerut. What is it? What is it? Oh, damn it. I need to know this. We need to find the correct word. With an... Oh my god. Oh right, I know, I got it, I hope so. Is it this one? Yes, alright, it's das Wörterbuch. That could have been embarrassing. Das Wörterbuch, which means the dig, yes. No, it's not the dig. It is the dictionary. All right. Das Wörterbuch, the dictionary. Die Tasse, der Bleistift, die Brille, das Handy, das Heft, der Kuli, die Lampe, der Laptop, die Schere, das Wörterbuch. Moving on. Yeah, I did not want to know how my score is. I want to move on. Was that the first one? Yes, it was the first one. So maybe we can do another one and then be finished for today. I'm gonna do these in like, I want to do like 1 hour videos on this topic. And I try to do many more of them in the future. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up, share this video with other friends that might as well learn German with us, you know? If you think you know someone or some people, they would enjoy a relaxed, laid-back German class for beginners, this is the place to go. Wählen Sie die richtige Antwort aus. Choose the correct answer. Correct is richtig. Antwort means answer. Wählen means choose. Hier ist Tasse. All right, yes. I have to show you something for this. Now in German we have bestimmte Artikel and unbestimmte Artikel. So basically bestimmte Artikel, they are definite and those are indefinite. Basically if I say something with der, die, das, which all mean the, you know that. Right? The book, the tree, the table, the lamp, the mirror, the window. Everything is the. You have it so easy in English. However, for example, we say der Tisch, the table, die Lampe, the lamp, das Auto, the car. Now, in English, the indefinite article would be a or an, you know? A table, an invitation. But that's about it. In German, you have ein, eine. Now, I will explain the beginner knowledge. If something is der or das, you use ein. If something is die, you use eine. But that's just the beginning. The reality is much more complicated, but we will come to that. We don't rush things. Der, das, ein. For example, der Tisch, the table. It is the table, you know? It is one definite table. But if you want to say a table, any table, you would say ein Tisch. Same thing for das Auto, the car, or a car, ein Auto. Same thing down here. Die Tasche, the bag, or a bag, eine Tasche. All right? Let's try this. You can always pause the video and read everything again. What do you think? What is the correct answer? Here is cup. Hier ist Tasse. Ein or eine? Think about it. It is die Tasse, and therefore we use eine. Hier ist eine Tasse, Ben. Ist das dein, deine? Now, we will have to come back to that. But we actually now arrived at possessive pronouns. My car, your car. I will tell you, my is mein or meine. And it's the same thing with der, das and die. If you say something with der Tisch, and you want to say my table, it is mein Tisch. Same thing for das. Das Auto, the car. If you want to say my car, you say mein Auto. It's different for die, though. Die Tasche, the bag. If you want to say my bag, it is meine Tasche. Now, your singular for one person, where I say du, is dein, deine. He, er, basically his, is sein, seine. Her, a woman, is ihr, ihre. Its is also sein, seine. So his and its they have the same possessive pronouns. Hey, that's actually something that is easier in German. We found something. We have been looking for it for years. Something that is easier in German. We have finally found it. Now, what do we have? Our. Our means unser, or unsere. Your, if it is more than one person, is euer or eure. Pay attention. Do you see the problem here? Normally it would be euer, eure, but this E is gone. So you would say euer Tisch, your table, but you would say eure Lampe, your lamp. Because Tisch is der, Lampe is die. And then there is also ihr, ihre, like her. Her and there is basically the same in German. If you want to use the formal Sie, which is the formal you, then you have to capitalize this. Ihr, ihre, but with the capital I. Basically, ist das Ihr Auto? Is that your car in a formal setting, if I don't know the person? You know? Is that your car? Ist das Ihr Auto with a capital I? Alright, so what do you think? Ben, so she knows him. Ist das deine Tasse? Think about it. Of course it is deine. Eine Tasse, deine Tasse. Nein, das ist der, die, das Tasse von Dana. We just learned that Tasse is die. That's Danas cup. Das ist die Tasse von Dana. Das ist vielleicht, that is not really literally translatable, I think. That is the cup of Dana, would be the literal translation. Oh ja, oh yes, that's my cup. Das ist meine Tasse. Danke. Alright? Now we have Bleistift. Bleistift is der Bleistift. This was everything here was for die Tasse. This is der Bleistift. What is the correct word? Hier ist ein Bleistift or here is eine Bleistift. As we just learned, if it is der Bleistift, the pencil, we have to use ein. Ben, ist das dein Bleistift? Is that your pencil? No, that is the pencil of Pablo. Das ist der Bleistift von Pablo. Oh yes, that is my pencil. Das ist mein Bleistift. Thank you. Danke. And again, the same thing for das. This is die, this is der, this is das Handy. Again, handy means mobile phone. Wo ist Handy? Where is my mobile phone? What do you think? Try to remember the rule I just told you about. Or just go back in the video. That's the easiest solution. Basically, this works the same way like der, das Handy, wo ist mein Handy? Where is my mobile phone? Hier liegt ein Handy. There is a mobile phone lying here. The verb for to lie is liegen. Hier liegt ein Handy. Ist das dein Handy? Is that your mobile phone? No, that is Elenie's mobile phone. Das ist das Handy von Eleni. Let's just read it all again to get it into our minds. Hier ist eine Tasse. Ben, ist das deine Tasse? Nein, das ist die Tasse von Dana. Oh ja, das ist meine Tasse, danke. Hier ist ein Bleistift. Ben, ist das dein Bleistift? Nein, das ist der Bleistift von Pablo. Oh ja, das ist mein Bleistift, danke. Wo ist mein Handy? Hier liegt ein Handy. Ist das dein Handy? Nein, das ist das Handy von Eleni. Let's just check if we got it all right. Yes, we do. And that was the last task for today. I really hope you enjoyed this little video. You know, I think I'm moving at a slow pace, but not too slow. But you can always tell me what you like, what you would like to see. If you would like to have more examples, if you want me to pronounce something more or more often, if you need further explanations for any task, just tell me. And next time we will talk about it. It's that easy. We're all friends. You can all talk to me. Now, if you liked my video, give me a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends, with other people who might like to learn German as well as yourself. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And I really appreciate the input. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate you. Now, I'll see you next time. Rock on and learn some German. Auf Wiedersehen.